Hello, Sudara family. Good afternoon. My name is Shannon Keith, and I'm the founder of Sudara, and I am so excited for our final day on Celebrate Freedom Week. Thank you so much for either being with us live or tuning in later, sharing it with your friends. We are really so inspired to engage with you, and it's been a beautiful week of content as we celebrate freedom together and all the goodness that Sudara Freedom Fund along with you are doing. It's so much better to do impact together, and we're so thankful for your engagement. And so today, on our final day, we are so excited to have a power couple who has come and started, with small things and has grown in their engagement to do really deep things. And so I'm really excited and so pleased to introduce to you today, Kenneth and Robin Svensson. Hi.
Hi, Shannon.
Hey, Shannon. Good to see you.
Hi, so good to see you. Thank you both for being here. I'm so excited to introduce you in a big way to our Sudara community because you two are doing so much. And so to kick off, I would love for you to please just tell us a little bit about yourselves.
Hey, Shannon. Thanks for introducing us to the Sudara family and the opportunity to talk about deeper involvement and how people can get more involved in charity. And as Dr. King said to us, that everyone can be great because everyone can serve. And so I think it's really critical that we kind of take that to the next level and say, how can I be of service and what can I do? So my name is Robin Svensson, and I am on the board of Sudara Freedom Fund. I started out as a customer, and after a conversation with Shannon and Glenn, I became a member of the board. So I'll hand it over to my husband, Kenneth, and he can talk about what he's doing.
Hey, Shannon. Thanks again for having me here today. It's great to see you. My brief background is almost 30 years in corporate executive involvement, CEO, board roles, and always with a big focus on driving equity, inclusion, and diversity. And for me, having done that for some of the largest brands in the world, driving and implementing equity inclusion for brands like Hilton and Disney, I am deeply honored to be able to also deploy some of that into the mission that you and the extraordinary team is on. So thank you so much for having me today.
We're so happy that you're here. Thank you for being here.
Hi, it's going to switch over to me now. Hi, Kenneth and Robin. It's great to see you guys. It's so great to have you involved with us. As you think about your engagement with Sudara and Sudara Freedom Fund, I'd love to hear from you about how this engagement helps you fulfill your own personal mission in your life. How does this help you do what you need to do in the world and make a difference?
Well, maybe I'll take this one first and then kick it over to Robin afterwards. Thanks again, Glenn, and thank you for everything you've done on this journey. For me, it goes back to my upbringing and my life in corporate work all over the world. I have always been a deep believer in equity, broader terms of equity around inclusion and diversity, but really the whole notion around equity. And equity starts with diverse voices, equal opportunities, but really in the world we're living in right now, it is really around the equity that is at stake. And as I thought about the mission that you and Shannon and the team are on for the girls in India and for women to help and support them in being lifted out of the sex trade and sex trafficking, I couldn't find a better place to deploy, hopefully, my skills and my time, because I have rarely, if ever, anywhere in the world, seen a group of people on such an extraordinary purpose-driven mission. And I am humble and proud to be part of that. And I would also say I serve on more than a handful of boards, but I'm also fortunate enough to be on the board and the advisory role. And this is one of my most extraordinary things that I get to do. It's an honor. So thank you again for having us.
Okay, so I guess I'll take it from there. So Kenneth and I, when we met, we both were very focused on this kind of equity and giving back and doing good in the world. And so I think that was kind of a big cornerstone for both of us. And what really a friend brought me into Sudara, sent me an email back in 2006 and said, hey, buy some pajamas. So I did, and I bought them for the family for Christmas. And then I started to donate. And from there, I think it just escalated to when Shannon and I spoke, and then I spoke to Glenn about coming on the board. It was really getting deeper involved in how can I use what the skills that I have to do a mission that helps women. I was always focused on elevating women, and because I know that when you help women, they turn back and help their communities, and really what you give and what you do and how you support these women really is kind of compounded in the help and the good that you do. And so Sudara was really just a great fit to say, how do I help more women? And of course, with the sex trafficking has been just really in the news and put in front of people more and more now, but it's always been such a horrible scourge in the world. And so to be a part of helping that, and then on top of that, to just say, the sustainable development goals are really important to me. And how do we tick off some of those boxes? Poverty, hunger, and all of those things are equity for women, getting equity to the economic playing field and being able to feed their own families, take care of themselves, and really kind of elevate their whole community. So this was just such a perfect place to go to do something like that.
Wow, wow, wow. Just listening to the two of you. I mean, you are just a beautiful power couple for sure, and just amazing human beings with huge hearts. And so thank you so much from the bottom of your heart. And I could imagine myself, listening to you if I didn't know you as well as I do. And some people might be like, wow, they're amazing, and I can't do all of that. How do I get started? So I would love to hear from you. What would you say to friends or people who might be listening that are considering supporting Sudara, and how they might get started on their own personal path?
Okay, I think I'll start that and just say, after getting involved with Sudara, I really learned a lot about charity and about kind of the nonprofit world, and how some of the smaller and medium-sized charities on the ground are really doing some important work, but they really don't get a lot of the funding. So it's really critical that if you're going to look to a charity, and yes, the big charities are really important, but they really do have a lot of finances and a lot of support. So the smaller charities and the middle-sized charities that are on the ground doing the work, that's really critical. That was number one that I learned, and how there's so much we can do. You can give of your talent. You can give of your, money is only one way to give. You can, step in and do things that you know how to do. I was in the world of advertising and communication, so I could step in and help out with that. And that's just something that I know. Or I can connect people from a friend of mine to Sudara. Connections are important. And if you're young, just going on the social media pages and really elevating messages and just getting your friends to know that this charity exists. Those are really important. But what really got me was the collaborative effort that Sudara really works within, the whole ecosystem of people on the ground, of donors, of people who work for the company. It's really this whole family moving all together. And if you really want to tackle those big issues, we have to do it together. It's really asking, how can I be of service? What can I do? What contribution do I have? And how can I fit that into the company? And you can contact Sudara and ask. I did. So,
Yeah, maybe I think Robin hit this spot on, but maybe just to share a few more thoughts on that, Glenn and Shannon, because if we all pause for a moment and reflected on where is it that we want to deploy and have an impact, you can kind of think about your private and your professional network of friends or touch points. And you think about all of those touch points, and they can be digital, they can be remote friends, they can be corporate connections, they can be working connections, they can be schools, churches, neighborhoods, the next generation coming out. There are so many opportunities. And what I would tell everyone, whether they're private friends or corporate partners or anyone that I talk to, is if you engage on this mission, I can personally promise you that is the point of no return, because it is a pure mission with extraordinary capable people on the ground in North America and in India, the partners that are lined up. So you don't have to ever worry about is all the resourcing, time, money, connections, deployment. Is it going to the right cause? Is everything that I deploy, is it going to the women and the girls in the trafficking world? Yes. Is it lifting a disproportionate amount of the girls out? Yes. The amount of girls and women that have just been lifted out and helped just during the time that Robin and I have been blessed to work with the two of you in Sudara is extraordinary. And it warms our hearts as a family and individually. So every time I get a chance to talk about Sudara, the mission, the girls and the women, I take it and I am proud to do it. And it reinforces every single time to us that this is the mission worth everything we can deploy. And professionally as an advisor to Sudara, I share that with many other companies as well, because they are looking for social enterprising, strategic partners, connections, companies that can help fulfill their mission, their dream, their aspiration. So it's an extraordinary purpose. It's a great cause. And again, it's been an honor for us to be part of this for the last couple of years.
Well, thank you both so much. I mean, I really just can't thank you enough, because it wouldn't be all that it is without you. And without each person like yourselves, just giving of your heart and your time and your treasure and your talents. And you're just both amazing. We're so honored to have you on this journey with us, and truly helping elevate us and make us better, all for the single goal of helping more women and girls. So thank you so much to both of you. You're incredible. And we're excited to continue on the journey with you.
Thank you, Shannon.
Thank you.
And I just wanted to quickly, just one more quick thing, if that's okay. I wanted to talk about a story that I heard when I first came on to Sudara that really kind of goes to what Kenneth was saying, like why you feel so good about giving your money to this charity, this charitable endeavor, is that one of the women, she came to the sewing center, she was educated and trained, and when she started to earn her own money, she then gave her paycheck back to the mission and said, I want to help more women like me. And for me, that was just, if she can do that, what am I doing? Why? If this woman who had nothing could give back everything she had, what is stopping me from doing as much as I can possibly do? So that was a huge story to me. And I just wanted to share that really quickly with anyone who might be listening to this. So.
Thank you, Robin. That's great. And yeah, I really was moved by that story and others that we hear from the ground in India. I've got good news to share that we have raised $24,500 towards our $30,000 match. And when we hit that $30,000 match, we unlock that additional $30,000. And I've just heard from a donor who has agreed that if we make that $30,000 match, which will make $60,000, that they will give an additional $20,000 to us to directly support the programs in India. That $20,000 additional support will provide, Orphan Care is about $100 a month per child. So that's about 16 orphans that will cover these new orphans for the next year. You can step in and make a super practical, real world difference in the situation going on. And I guarantee you, when you do that and you begin to hear the stories that come back, you will know that you're involved in something that is real and is really making a difference in these issues you see pop up that sometimes feel overwhelming. But when you know you've made that difference in the life of one child or 16 children, it changes you and gives you hope. So thanks for sharing with us.
Absolutely. Thank you, Glenn, for all of that exciting news, and the generous donors out there who are willing to match, and all of you who are wanting to be part of this incredible work. So you can give at sudarafreedomfund.org. We make it really easy. You can go online and give there. If you want to give more substantial gifts that you don't want to do through the internet, you can reach out to us, and we would love to chat with you about how to make your donation possible. We have a couple of quick things just to close up here. We have our beautiful sari auction. So that is a final chance to bid today. The bidding will stop at 11:59. p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and that will go to the highest bidder. And again, it's a beautiful sari from India, and you can get it made into whatever form factor you'd like. If you don't have your own ideas, we are more than willing to help you co-create a beautiful one-of-a-kind piece with that sari. So again, you can give and donate at sudarafreedomfund.org. And we have a final giveaway today as a culmination on Friday here of our Celebration of Freedom Week. So your choice of any Sudara item will be our giveaway print. And all you have to do is engage with us. So in the comments here, whether it's on any of our platforms, just tell us what step personally you would love to take to help promote impact brands like Sudara as we enter this holiday season. Or maybe it's something you've already done, right? So you can give yourself a pat on the back and we'll celebrate with you as you celebrate freedom. So again, for our giveaway, just put it in the comments. How are you going to promote, or what have you already done to promote? And as we wrap up and we're headed into this holiday season, as Thanksgiving is just right around the corner, we just want to let you know how grateful we are for you. And we're excited to continue on this journey with you as we help more women and children actualize their freedom. And if you want to get deeper involved, like some of the steps that Robin and Ken have talked about, you can do things really easy. Like you can run a Facebook fundraiser on your own page. Facebook page. If you don't know how to do that, you can find out on our website at sudarafreedomfund.org. And you can make Sudara Freedom Fund your Amazon Smile charity of choice. We know that everyone's doing more online shopping than ever with COVID, and so it's really easy to turn your Amazon purchases, and a small percentage will go back to charity. You can choose Sudara Freedom Fund. You just have to scroll right within there. They make it really easy. And we would just encourage you to choose impact brands like Sudara for all of your holiday gifting. Not only Sudara, there are others out there, and all of us collectively, that collaboration that Robin talked about, we want to work together to make a huge impact on our world. So please choose Sudara and other impact brands this holiday gifting season. Thank you so much. We are so excited to just be with you throughout the season, spreading cheer and freedom and hope. So greetings and blessings to you, and we're very grateful for you.